Nintendo Gamecube, best invention ever! According to me, I love talking about this cubical piece of hardware and will find any excuse to do so, because come on, there's so much more to this thing than Melee and Mario Sunshine. So, let's check out some rare, expensive, and some of my favorites GameCube games. Let's start things off with an RPG. I like RPGs. Skies of Arcadia! A game that you probably never have even heard of, but we're gonna change that today. Skies of Arcadia is a turn-based RPG made by Sega. It was released on the shortly lived Dreamcast until being ported over, like many games were on the console, to the GameCube. Skies of Arcadia may look like your typical PS1 turn-based RPG, and, well, I'll be honest, it kind of is. Visually and mechanically, there's nothing too groundbreaking here. The battle system includes a huge number of offensive and defensive attack options, followed by a little cutscene.
Moons, give me strength!
Where this game shines, though, is through the world. Skies of Arcadia takes place entirely in the sky. A world where continents are suspended in the air through anime magic. And we got sky pirates inhabiting them. Both good and evil, of course. If you like steampunk, then this game has you covered. The character designs especially will stick with you for a long time. The main character, Vice, is especially super unique. His outfit is really cool. He got an eye patch, cause he's a pirate! And his unique way of holding a sword really just wants me to see him in Smash or something. I know I kinda ragged on the visuals earlier, but the setting really does make up for it. Seeing villages in the sky really makes you want to visit them. The story is nothing special. An evil villain wants to revive an ancient evil weapon and destroy the world. If you're looking to purchase a physical copy though, you may need to sell some internal organs, because mostly every copy you'll find on eBay goes for nearly $200! Is it worth it? If you're a big RPG fan, then I would absolutely recommend it. There's so much charm to be found here, considering the team who made this game also had members who worked on Panzer Dragoon, Phantasy Star, and Sonic the Hedgehog, all being Sega veterans. The game has something for everyone. Anime fans, pirate fans, RPG fans, sky boat fans. Yeah! Chibi Robo, aka the Scott the Woz game, is one that I honestly never played until today. And after finally playing it, I kick myself in the teeth for depriving myself of this amazing experience for so long. In this game you control Chibi Robo, who's essentially a robot servant, doing tasks around the house for the Sanderson family, cleaning up the floor, fixing the TV, all of that. So this is essentially a game where the player needs to do chores. And it surprisingly works, like perfectly. Chibi Robo himself is just so gosh dang cute. Everything from his body actions to the ridiculous costume he wears throughout. I was also surprised with how much dialogue this game has. The conversations are always so witty and funny, accompanied with their Animal Crossing-like gibberish. It's hard to say really why this game wasn't super successful like other GameCube debut titles, like Pikmin. Maybe it had something to do with the core gameplay, essentially having you do house chores. I don't know, mopping doesn't really resonate with teenage gamers. But to me and many others, that's part of the charm. Everything in Chibi Robo has personality, the most important thing a video game can have in my opinion. And I swear, the lore for this game would have to be at least 200 pages long. Speaking of 200, that's about how many dollars you'll need to buy a physical copy of Chibi Robo today. Man! Although, I'll be honest, it's definitely a worthy addition to your GameCube collection. Here's a question. What if Toy Story was an anime? You'd get Gotcha Force! Gotcha Force, a 2003 GameCube hidden gem. An absolutely amazing game that I'm not even gonna try to hide my obvious love for. Gotcha Force actually has a lot more in common with Pokemon, having these little anime children collect and battle with action figures. Yeah, battling toys. There's about 100 of them, all playable with unique abilities. Some use blasters, others use close combat, some are heavy hitters, while others are all about the quick and nimble attacks. And each Borgs, as they're called, have an incredibly charming and memorable design. Seriously, here's just a few of my favorites that I chose simply because they piqued my interest from a design standpoint. And their names range anywhere from Deathborg, Sword Knight, and Isaac. Yeah, okay. The gameplay is what you'd expect from a title involving anime kids and fighting toys. It's a third-person shooter fighting game hybrid, meaning you get to control every satisfying punch to the face or explosion to the kidney your heart desires. But for some reason, stupid idiots all over the world didn't like the game. Mary Jane Irwin of IGN, great name, idiots, was quoted with saying, "What really hurts is that the game never progresses beyond the simple battles. I never felt challenged, and after playing through the story mode for an hour, I felt like I had seen all there was to see." Alright, listen here, I'm about 10 seconds away from freaking out, so I'll just end this with, yes. The game is incredibly simple, and that's part of its charm. Not every game needs to be introducing new mechanics 15 hours in and constantly trying to reinvent the wheel. A simplistic battle game with all kinds of unique characters, settings, and worlds is really what makes someone a fan and has them coming back for more. If you're looking to capture a copy of Gotcha Force, however, then good luck with that. With copies easily going for over $500. Heck, I found a factory-sealed copy for almost $6,000! You people are nuts! But oh man, is this game good. I wouldn't recommend taking out a loan for the game. Just do something easier like join the Yakuza or something. Okay, up next is a game that honest to God confuses me. It's a cube, alright, you still with me? It eats, making it a ivore of some type. Cubivore. I simply refuse to look up anything about this game. I want to live in mystery and confusion about what on earth I'm looking at. You take control of this Minecraft pig, if you're a 9-year-old out there, and you just need to eat things. It's kind of like a 3D Pac-Man, but way slower. This doesn't feel like a completed game at all. The story is presented with text over a black screen, and the gameplay is just hopping around and eventually eating some creatures. Cubivore was initially being made for the Nintendo 64, specifically the disk drive add-on, and when that thing failed completely, production then moved to the Gamecube. This game is just so weird. Why does this creature constantly need to eat everything in its path? I don't know. Heck, not even the programmers of the game knew what to make of it. It really does stand out in the GameCube library. At a time when Nintendo was making high-quality games for the next generation, we had Cubivore. I mean, I guess Nintendo liked it. Cubivore shows up as a trophy in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and even as a spirit in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. To be honest, the more I play, the more I kinda like it. Its absurdness just grows on you, like a cursed meme about beans or something. Why is this image funnier to me the longer I look at it? I don't know, but I'm not gonna question the magic. What I will question though is the price, because Cubivore goes from anywhere between $600 to $800? Sheesh. It's an interesting title for sure, but man, they're sure making it difficult to get into GameCube collecting. Alright, up next is Pokemon Box. Not necessarily a game, but a way to store and sort your Pokemon throughout all of the Game Boy Advance games. In North America, it was only ever sold at the Nintendo World Store located in New York, and even then, releases were limited, making this Pokemon storing game go for easily over $1,000. Like, damn! All this to organize my Pokemon? Nintendo still has that mindset, to be fair, but still, a neat collectible for sure if you can get your hands on it for the right price. Otherwise, no. Pass this up. Alright, baby, we're ending this on a high note with Go-Go Hyper Grind. If you ever thought that Tony Hawk games needed more color, furry bait, and, let's be honest, lots of drugs, then this game was specifically made for psychos like you. And me. I really wish I had this game as a kid. It's so cartoony and crazy with the violence and crazy tricks you pull off. Unlike most skating games, the aim of this game is to hurt yourself as crazy as possible for a cartoon the characters are making. The main character is this Five Nights at Freddy's inspiration, but this cat is really what most people remember. mainly furries. Yeah, this game is extreme! You gotta do a McTwist while on fire and go down a ramp at 100 miles an hour to run into a truck. It's insane! And the music is the icing on top of this psychotic sundae. Copies for Go-Go Hypergrind range anywhere from $200 to $600. Man! Again! These games are so expensive, and in this case, it's a game that everyone really should get the chance to play. Sometimes these games are either hit or miss if they're worth the price tag. But that's the life of a Gamecube collector, I guess. Taking out small loans so you can maybe afford Pokemon storing game. But let me know, what rare Gamecube game was your favorite? And don't worry, I'll be heading to all the other Nintendo consoles in the future to see what other games that'll make me go broke. Thanks for watching! Bye!